Aggression and toddlers. Your 12-month-old toddler is playing alongside another child of the same age. Suddenly, she aggressively grabs a toy from the other child. Why did she do this? This is not a normal behavior. Aggression in toddlers is normal. It's often driven by impulse, not by the urge to hurt someone. Toddlers tend to fight over possessions. They know what they want, and they want it now. They can also learn to use aggression to gain attention. They imitate others and experiment with different behaviors. You may soon see that "no" is a word your toddler loves to use to assert his growing independence. So when does aggression usually happen? Research shows that toddlers are most often aggressive after their parents or other adults have angered them. It's generally a real challenge for them to learn to control their emotions at this stage. Tantrums can also go hand in hand with their aggressive behavior. If your child is like most other children, her physical aggression will increase with age. Generally, this peaks between 2 and 3 years of age. The good news is that somewhere around age 3, you should see the frequency of your child's physical aggression begin to decrease. When emotions turn into aggressive behavior, help your child learn how to channel those feelings into acceptable behavior. Using comfort play and teach strategies to prevent or to respond to aggressive behavior will help your toddler contain his emotions and get along with others. Comfort. Respond to aggression with words of acceptance for what he is feeling. For example, "I know you're angry. He needs to know someone understands him." Talk about what might be making your child feel the way she is feeling. For example, "I can see you are angry because I won't let you eat that. Let's go over here and talk about it." Your toddler needs to know you care about her feelings and that you will help her cope with them. The life of a toddler can be full of no's. Be sure to notice and reward the good behavior too. Play. Provide opportunities for pretend play during which your child can experiment with and express different emotions. Join in the play so you can act out different emotions and show your child ways to work out challenging ones without becoming aggressive. Have play dates with other children on a consistent basis and be present so you can help your child deal more positively with any frustrating experiences that might lead to aggressive behavior. Teach. If your toddler hurts someone, get involved immediately. Toddlers need your help to understand what is wrong and how to repair the harm. Stay calm and avoid overreacting, as this can actually cause an increase in aggression in children who are using aggression to gain attention. Look into your child's eyes and speak calmly but firmly. You might say, "No hitting, pushing, biting people," and point out, "Look, you hurt him and he's crying." Young children need to learn the consequences of their aggression. As things calm down, it is sometimes helpful to give a short explanation of what went wrong, acknowledging your toddler's feelings. For example, "I know you were mad, but what you did hurts. We don't hurt people." Encourage your toddler to use words to describe his emotions through activities such as pretend play or reading books together. Language offers children an alternative to expressing anger and frustration through aggression. During daily routines and activities, talk about your own emotions or those that your toddler may be feeling and expressing. Here are some positive parenting strategies to cope with aggression. It's not helpful to be harsh, but it is necessary to be firm. Your toddler's memory is still under construction, and she is a little scientist who will test to see if you are definitely consistent in many different settings. It is important to set a good example in handling your own anger and frustration. The example you set will play a big role in helping your child learn to manage his own behavior. Provide lots of reminders about what is and isn't acceptable behavior. It can be frustrating having to tell your child something over and over again, but some children need to be told many times before they fully understand you. Temper tantrums. More than likely, you've seen the classic mall meltdown. Or perhaps you were the entertainment, the focus of attention as your child demonstrated her best kicking and screaming skills for all to see. Take comfort in knowing that tantrums are a common part of many children's development, particularly during the toddler years. Temper advice. What causes temper tantrums? Children have temper tantrums for 3 main reasons. 1. They're unable to cope with their feelings. These feelings can be anything from hunger, sickness, confusion, helplessness, frustration, anger, or even terror. Being physically upset is the main way for a toddler with a limited vocabulary to express their feelings. For example, if you refuse to give in to your child, and this makes him feel angry, your child may not be able to cope with his angry feelings. He may express his feelings by having a temper tantrum. 2. They've learned from past experience that temper tantrums are rewarded. If your child gets what he wants once as a result of a tantrum, he is more than likely to have temper tantrums to force you to his will. 3. They want attention. This can stem from feelings of being left out, ignored, or lonely. What should you do when your child has a temper tantrum? Regardless of why your child is having a tantrum, here are a few simple guidelines to follow when a tantrum takes place. Don't worry about what other people in the vicinity are thinking. For every person who is critical, there's another who understands and is deeply sympathetic. Just concentrate on handling the situation, and remember, there are no perfect parents. Be patient. Try to set a good example in the way you handle your child's tantrum. Avoid losing your temper with your child. This will only make things worse. Avoid giving in to your child during a tantrum, although this can be very tempting when you are dealing with your kicking and screaming child in a public place. Even if you give in only once or twice, you're teaching your child that tantrums are an effective way to get what she wants. Soothe, calm, and talk to your child. If this doesn't work because your child is too worked up, take her to a calm, safe place and let her cry it out. Stay close by and leave the talking for later. Once she is ready, gently hold your child and offer reassuring comments. Help your child talk about what happened, how she felt, and why she was angry. For example, I know you want the candy bar, but you can't have one today. Here's a tip. If you find that tantrums are happening more and more, or that your child is really having trouble settling down, discuss this with your child's physician.